Okay, New York session done. Took one trade on EURUSD. EURUSD hard time frame breakout levels are all bearish. Weekly, monthly, daily breakout levels are bearish. Peak bias are bearish as well. Broke out below previous month low, so monthly traders are in bearish breakout. And last week on the weekly closed as a bearish breakout week. So weekly traders are in breakout as well. So whenever we're in a bearish breakout week, I'm always looking for pullbacks to continue the hard time frame trend. As long as we stay below this weak breakout level, I'm looking for sells. Something else I liked about this trade, or EURUSD in general, is that we've just flipped this monthly breakout level. If you watched any of my recent videos, I talk about these breakout levels. Whenever you flip them, these are always the best times to be looking for trades because they are usually only found at swing points. So when these yellow bars, whenever the last breakout level gets flipped, those are always the best places to look for a reversal trades in the opposite direction. So EURUSD just did that, and so that's why I had bearish bias today, and I really wanted to get in on this. Yesterday I had it on my radar as well, but it did set up, but in between my session time. Didn't set up nicely on the M15, but it did have a really clear looking setup on the H1. But this was in between my session, and then in New York session did not set up nicely, and I was focused on something else. So did not take this trade yesterday. Would have been nice one to take. That's better to take, but luckily it's set up again even nicer today. So today's session, bearish breakout day. Here's the daily breakout level. I'm bullish above, bearish below these breakout levels. H8 breakout level is right here. So daily and H8 are both bearish. So that's a good sign. And so my setup waited for price to fake out the H8 high. At the high of the day, it also faked out the H4 high. Whenever I got that, looking for sells. And so when I want to take a sell, I need M15 and H1 alignment. And the way I do that is by looking for the last breakout levels. So whenever this last breakout bar gets taken out, that's when the bias of this chart changes. So I need M15 and the H1 to be aligned. So the last H1 breakout level is right here. And so as price got below these both these levels, I was interested to take a sell. Stop loss high of the day and targeting previous day low for first target. But I'm really hoping to swing trade this longer because we're at a peak formation, possible peak formation on the monthly. And so this is the only trade I took. Nothing else. Oh yeah, one thing I didn't like about this is that we faked out the previous week low just recently, but because I had such strong higher time frame confluence and we're right at that peak formation, that's why I was fine taking this trade. I kept my stop loss at the top. Once price got below, I went break even, and now just letting it run. And that's it. Reason why I picked EURUSD is it was the only one that closed as a breakout day. This was a bullish fake out day. NU as well, GU bullish fake out day. USD Swiss was a bullish breakout day, but there was no setup for me. Did not trigger the H8 low or H8 high. I can see it straight from the indicator. Did not trigger the higher lows. USD CAD also no setups for me on USD CAD. The other one I was looking at was actually GU, GBP USD. It flipped the breakout level on the weekly. So this is a weak breakout low, and we're trading above it. So I actually was looking for buys on GBP USD. Did set up over here, but this is at the start of the new H4 bar, and I usually wait until the new H4, new H8, I mean, gets triggered. And so price triggered the H8 shortly after that, but did not stay up and ended up faking it out. So there was no setup for me to take this up, and looks like my direction was wrong on this. But yeah, did not take this one. And that is it. So on the indices, indices were a bit tricky. Was looking for Well, now it's all bearish, but in the beginning of the day, everything was bullish. Was looking for buy setups, so was waiting for price to get above the previous day high. And for me to take a sell, I never take sells like this, especially with higher time frame, all pushing up at the time. I was waiting for a fake out of the previous day high. This is the only way that I would consider taking a sell. So did not catch these strong moves on the indices. Yeah, so unfortunately, there was no setups for me on these ones. Did wait. Well, it did set up, but the better move for me was to wait for the previous day high to get tagged first. And there's no way, like I said, there's no way I'm going to go against the higher time frame trend. For me, I'm going to be buying all the way until I get proven wrong. And if price gets below this day breakout level and stays below it, then I'll start looking for sells. But until then, I'm going to be only looking for buys on the indices. US 30 actually came down and flipped that breakout level. And so I was thinking of possibly taking a continuation or thinking about it for tomorrow. But right now, it seems like it's not, hasn't made up its mind yet. So if it stays above this breakout level, I'm only going to be looking for buys. And that's it. No setups for me on gold, no setups on oil. GJ did nothing for me. So that's it. Only trade I took was EURUSD. Um, took a couple GBP trades, didn't go far enough. So I ended up taking partials on the way down. And so I gave back quite a bit. So I'm probably going to take partials as soon as this video ends on EURUSD and then hold the runners longer. And that's it. It's getting late here. Continue tomorrow in Asia.